Motorcycle riders, listen up. You might think you know all the rules of the road, but the United States has some motorcycle laws that will make you do a double take. From running red lights legally to parking on sidewalks, these laws range from surprisingly useful to downright bizarre. Today, we are exploring 13 unusual motorcycle laws across America that could save you from a ticket, catch you off guard at a state line, or simply give you an interesting story to share at your next biker meetup. First up, did you know it is legal to run a red light in some states? Yes, you heard that right. In states like Illinois, Missouri, and Minnesota, motorcyclists can legally proceed through a red light under certain conditions. This law exists because traffic sensors often fail to detect motorcycles. If you have waited a reasonable amount of time, usually around 2 minutes, and the light has not changed, you can proceed if it is safe to do so. Remember, this does not give you a free pass to ignore every red light. The law varies by state, and you must ensure it is safe before proceeding. Next, let us talk about helmet laws. While most riders assume riding without a helmet is illegal everywhere, some states actually allow it under certain conditions. Take Florida, for example. You can legally ride without a helmet if you are over 21 and carry at least $10,000 in medical insurance coverage. Similar rules apply in Michigan and Pennsylvania, with variations in age and insurance requirements. However, do not forget the fine print. Insurance requirements vary, and in some states, the law only applies to certain engine sizes or specific types of bikes. Here is an odd one. In many states, it is illegal to carry a passenger without foot pegs, even if they do not use them. This law catches many riders off guard, especially those who have removed rear pegs for aesthetic reasons. Even for a short ride, if you do not have foot pegs, you are technically breaking the law. Some states go further, requiring a designated passenger seat as well. Moving on to eye protection. Several states, including New York, Georgia, and Minnesota, legally require you to wear eye protection when riding, even if your bike has a windshield. The reasoning is that windshields cannot fully block debris or road grit from hitting your eyes. Some states even specify that your eye protection must be shatter-resistant, ruling out regular sunglasses. Now, here is a law that sounds like a joke but is very real. In states like California and Texas, you can be ticketed if your feet are not on the pegs while the bike is in motion. This law is based on the idea that proper foot placement equals better control of your bike. However, it does not account for real-life situations where riders might need to adjust their position for comfort or safety. Riding side by side might seem harmless, but in some states, it is actually illegal. While many states allow 2 motorcycles to share a lane side by side, others require motorcycles to ride in staggered formation or single file only. States like Montana and Arkansas have regulations against side-by-side riding, citing visibility and maneuverability concerns. Did you know that some states require a separate license for trikes or sidecars? In California, for example, you need a separate license class, M3, for operating a 3-wheeled motorcycle. This is because the handling dynamics of a trike are completely different from a traditional bike. Here is a pleasant surprise. In some cities, motorcycles can legally park on the sidewalk. San Francisco is a famous example where, in certain areas, it is totally legal for a bike to park on the sidewalk as long as it does not block pedestrian traffic. However, these rules are hyper-local, so do not assume it applies everywhere. Many states have specific requirements for motorcycle license plate lights. Your license plate needs to be lit by a white light only, and it must shine downward and directly onto the plate. No colored LEDs, no flashing gimmicks, and definitely no blue glow that makes your bike look like a UFO. In some areas, you can legally ride on the shoulder. For example, in the Twin Cities area of Minnesota, there is a special program called Bus-Only Shoulder Use that also allows motorcycles to ride on the shoulder during congestion. However, this is only on designated highways and under certain conditions. Lane splitting, the practice of riding between lanes of traffic, is fully legal only in California. However, several other states have begun to consider similar laws. Utah and Arizona, for instance, have versions called lane filtering, which is legal under specific circumstances. Lastly, tinted visors are illegal at night in several US states. While they might look cool and help during the day, they reduce visibility in low light conditions. States like California, New York, and Illinois have specific regulations about helmet visor tint for night riding. These unusual laws highlight the importance of staying informed about local regulations, especially when crossing state lines. Remember, what is legal in one state might be a ticketable offense in another. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep riding smart.